Hey beauty, it's Clarissa Grace here from wakingupinparis.com. So for the last few days, I've been putting the final touches on my new one-on-one program, which takes you through the step-by-step system for launching a beautiful and thriving business that is profitable and that makes your heart sing. And because I want to be really sure that I'm covering exactly what you need when it comes to creating and launching an online business, I wrote a couple of posts in Facebook last week asking you to tell me what your two top questions are about turning a budding business idea into a flourishing brand. Now, I got lots of really fun and interesting answers and lots of emojis, which I love. So can I just say a huge thank you? You are such a damn delight. Thank you, thank you. The response to my little question was amazing. Hello, Fern. Hello, Terry, Sandra. Thank you so much. Now, can you guys hear me? Can you just give me a little thumbs up that you can hear me? Now, I spent all day on Monday and Tuesday going through your questions with a focus on the 5 most popular ones. So those 5 questions that I've chosen are: how do I know where to start and what to do next? How do I find a business idea? How do I turn my idea into a profitable business? How do I create a beautiful brand that represents me so early on? And how much money do I need to get started? So they were my 5 questions that I chose that were asked over and over again in one way or another. Michelle, hello, beautiful. Can you hear me okay? I'm worried about my sound today for some reason. It's making me nervous. All right, so if you are ready to start an online business, if you've got a big gaping hole inside of you that is screaming to be filled, this sense of unrealized potential, of extraordinary success you know you can achieve, if you long to become the kind of woman that will rise up and lead and inspire and teach and delight the living heck out of people with fresh ideas and innovative concepts that motivate us all to make a difference in the world. If you are that, then this is for you, okay? Or if you started a business 6 months ago or 6 years ago, but it hasn't had the impact you were hoping it would, and you feel lost and overwhelmed, exhausted and sad, but you don't know what to do. You can't figure out which pain is greater, the pain of giving up on your dream or the pain of continuing to create something that no one seems to care about. You've been working harder and harder with relentless and persistent pursuit, believing it will happen, hoping it will happen, but you're tired and you're exhausted, yet you're still wide-eyed and open as you search for answers. Hello, Greg. Hello, Jamie. I'm so glad you guys are here. Now, I want to ask you to revisit that dream right now, okay? That one where you knew exactly what your life would look like, exactly what you do with all that financial freedom, exactly how you feel when you pulled it off. That dream may seem a really long way away right now. Still, it's the dream that stops you from giving up, okay? So this is for you too. My deepest desire is to support you in creating a business that is filled with elegance and ease, wisdom and grace, joy and laughter, strength and ambition, support you in rising up as the Coco Chanel of your industry. I want to help you create a business that nourishes your soul, but also your bank account, okay? Hello, Raylene. Hello, girls. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, if you are struggling with any of these things or all of these things, I want you to type the word help into the chat underneath, and I can circle back with you and I can give you a couple of ideas just to get you moving forward in the right direction, okay? So I'm hoping that the answers to these questions are going to help you, which I'm going to move through soon. But if anything else comes up, just type the word in help, hi Renee, and then I can circle back. All right, so let's begin. So my first question is, how do I know where to start and what to do next? When we start a business, we're like a little girl in a candy store, a beautiful, sparkly, rainbow-colored candy shop full of good ideas and wonderful possibilities. And we don't want to say no to a single one of them. We want the business cards and the pretty website and those 10 different programs we're busting to create. We want to write and teach and speak and create and collaborate and lead and grow and inspire. We want to read every book under the sun, and we want to do Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and Pinterest and YouTube. We have to have our YouTube channel because every single piece of candy in the candy store is so good and so delicious and so damn fun. Okay, and the thought of having to stop yourself from having all this creative candy at once is kind of excruciating, because this is what you were born to do. It's your gift you've been waiting and wanting to offer the world. But darling, if you say yes to all this delicious candy, you're going to get a stomachache, a really bad stomachache. You're going to be sick and bloated, and you're going to be miserable. So you have to understand right from the beginning that the only way to perform at your absolute best as an entrepreneur is to take a very small handful of candy at the beginning and then save the rest for later. It is, I believe, the hardest part of starting a business, knowing which pieces of candy to take up front and which pieces to save for 6 months or 12 months or 2 years down the track. Now, we have more desires inside of us than we have capacity to do them. We have more opportunities than we have time to invest in them. It is a really hard thing for an entrepreneur to accept, but until you start saying no to the good things, you're going to feel like a messy, hyperactive, crazy, sick to your stomach failure. You have to learn to tell the difference between what is good and what is essential when it comes to growing your business. Okay, you are wrong in thinking that you need to get more done. You do not need to get more done. You need to get more of the right stuff done. You need to make the wisest decisions when it comes to your time and your energy so that you can function at your absolute best. We're all aware of the ridiculous increase of choices we have today when it comes to running an online business. And because of it, entrepreneurs have lost their ability to filter what is important and what isn't. Okay, we all struggle with it. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. The more choices we're forced to make, the more the quality of our decisions deteriorate. We can't just haphazardly say no either, though. Our no's must be purposeful and deliberate and calculated and strategic. We have to ditch the obvious time suckers, okay? That's easy enough. But we also have to ditch some of the good stuff as well. And that's where it gets really hard and really confusing. But if you can't learn to do that, you're going to be pulled in a million different directions while making absolutely zero progress when it comes to growing your business. Hello, guys. Now, please, if you need any help with this stuff, just type the word help, okay, in the comments. Now, there are 3 things I want to talk to you about. The first one is create a profitable online business idea. This is the first step that you have to take. You need to dig deep. You need to figure out who you are, what is beautiful to you, what is beautiful about you, what do you value, and what is your why. Tap into that hidden universe of highly profitable expertise that exists inside every single one of us. Determine which of your ideas have the highest profit potential. Research. Find the thing that will set you apart, and then find an audience that desperately needs it. Okay? Get into your customers' minds. Get to know them better than they know themselves. You need to validate. Next, you need to produce a branded photo shoot. For me, this is absolutely non-negotiable when it comes to starting a business, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it's true. And I'll talk more about that in one of the questions coming up. But if you want to attract high quality clients. Your presence online has to appear high quality. Your expert status needs to be communicated instantly, which is exactly what photography does. Okay, having brand photos is one of the most powerful assets you can have in your business, and to do that well, you need to transform the essence of who you are and what your brand is about into your clothes, into the looks that you love, into the way you pose, into your facial expressions. Discover your personal style, gather inspiration, create a color palette, book in your professionals, select your clothes, your accessories, your props, your location, and then create a shot list. You want to be able to optimize your brand photos as much as possible so that as you're ready to use them down the road across your business, you have exactly what you need and plenty to work with. Hello, beautiful Gladys. Yes, I know you love amazing photos. You should see Gladys's amazing photos. They make such a huge difference, guys. Now, the third thing you need to do is to create your website. Now, you need a website that is beautiful, of course, simple, functional, and that helps grow your business. You need to translate your style into graphics you love. Come up with a simple logo. It doesn't need to cost $1,000, guys. You can do this. Choose who you're going to build your website with. I personally love Squarespace. I think it's fantastic for new entrepreneurs because the design is beautiful. It's just clean and easy to use. There's no code, no plugins, no updates. It's just drama free, and the customer service is faultless. I love it. So select a template that has all the critical elements. At a minimum, your website needs 5 things. It needs a name, obviously, your branding photos. It needs 1 to 5 published blog posts, a prominent email opt-in form, an about, and a contact page, and then that's it. All right, just keep it simple. Now, once your site is live, there is a fabulous framework I want to share with you that was created by Clay Collins, the guy who builds lead pages. And I believe it's the quickest way for you to make your first 100K in your business, because it's all about doing less, not more. Okay, I know that you ladies are aware that I'm all about elegance and ease and doing a few things well and beautifully rather than, you know, being a frantic, scattered mess. Okay, that is not what we want for you. So he calls this framework working the 5 1s. Now, of course, you can get to your first 100K without this framework, okay? But I believe the process is slower, okay? Far slower, guaranteed. So I want you to ask yourself 5 simple questions and then come up with 1 simple answer to each. Honestly, this is liberating, okay? So here are the questions. Number 1, what is your 1 target market? Who is the 1 person you want to help? Okay, you don't need multiple target markets, just 1. The second one is, what is your 1 product? Not 10 products, 1 product. Okay, number 3, what is your 1 conversion tool? Is it one-on-one calls with people? Is it webinars? Is it events? Okay, just 1 conversion tool. And then number 4, what is your 1 traffic source? Is it free, okay, through guest posts or podcasts? Is it paid traffic through, you know, Facebook or Instagram ads or Google? Or is it partnership? Just 1, focus on the 1. And then you need to do all these things over 1 year, because it takes a solid year to get really, really good at this stuff and actually nail it. All right. And then on top of all this, I think one of the wisest decisions you can make is to invest in a business coach from the beginning. It's one of the biggest regrets I have when it comes to launching Waking Up in Paris, because I thought that investing in a business coach was so that I could learn more. Okay, and I didn't think I needed to learn more, which sounds ridiculous. I sound so arrogant right now. I didn't think I needed to learn more because I thought I was already pretty smart. I was very familiar with business, and I didn't want to pay someone to put more information into my brain. I had enough information. But honestly, that was a huge mistake, because what I needed was not necessarily more information. It's all the information that makes us struggle. What I needed was a clear path and fresh eyes, okay? I needed somebody to do it with me. It's what all entrepreneurs need, okay? Somebody to help you decide which pieces of candy you should be gobbling up right now, all right? Which pieces of candy you should hold on to for the next, week, and then which pieces of candy you need to just leave at the candy store for a few more months or a few more years, okay? Now, investing in a business coach is the fastest way to turn your idea into a profitable business. If you don't have money to hire a business coach, do not let that deflate you, okay? You can still do this. You can DIY your business. People do it all the time, okay? And you can find an accountability partner or a mentor, or you could join a mastermind, okay? And you will still succeed, but you have to stick at it. And it will just take longer, and that's okay. It is still worth it. You have to be patient with the process, all right? Amy, Elaine, Terry, hello, ladies. Now, if you have any questions or doubts or worries around this stuff, just type in the word help, okay, into the chat box, and I will circle back with you, and I can throw a few ideas at you to help you get unstuck, all right? If you are stuck in any of these points that I'm talking about with these questions, just type the word help, all right? And we'll move you forward. Okay, now the second question that I got is, how do I find a business idea that makes my heart sing? There are lots of people who build business ideas on what is desirable to the market first. Now, my dad was amazing at this. My brother and my hubby are also really amazing at this. It could be a man thing, but I do it differently. I build my businesses differently. I build my business idea on what is beautiful to me, on what is beautiful about me. That is my first priority. I build it around the things that make my heart sing. That's my number one priority. And then I flesh out my business idea around that. And you know what? I get people saying to me all the time, I don't think I've ever seen anybody as passionate about what they do as you do. When you speak about your business, your entire face lights up, your entire body lights up, you glow. And you know what? They're right. Like, I could talk about this stuff, honestly, like all day and all night. I could. And that's what makes me glow. That's what brings my passion, to what I'm doing. And you can find that same thing too. You can. So you can find that one spectacular thing inside of you that is worth fighting for. You have to find it. You have to find that thing that lights you up. Otherwise, you won't feel comfortable or confident speaking about it. And when it comes to online business, if you don't feel confident and comfortable speaking about your business, then you won't speak about it. And if you don't speak about it, then you won't make money. It is really as simple as that. Brutal, but simple, okay? So the first thing you need to do is figure out, what does your heart scream for you to do? What's your number one strength? We all have one. It's what I like to call our Coco Chanel ability, okay? It's that one thing you do incredibly well, the thing that just comes naturally to you, that's so easy for you to execute, that doesn't feel like work. It's the thing you love most, the thing that makes you feel all delighted and giddy inside, okay? Now, if you relentlessly commit to doing that one thing, to do what you love, your business will be a force to be reckoned with, okay? There is a story that I heard recently that went like this, and I really love it. There were two great warriors about to fight. One of the warriors volunteered because of his undying love for his country. The other one was paid tons of money to fight. Which warrior would you bet on? Which one? We always want to be betting on the person who is living out her life's passion, not on the dude who is doing it for the money. It is the person who is living her purpose and fulfilling her heart's desire, who will see her business through the good times and the bad times, and there will be bad times. Those that are following their path will keep going on relentlessly during the ups and downs, even as other people give up, okay, even as they go try something else. They will be there when the paid dudes walk away. If you try to get rich by doing the next big thing, but it isn't your passion, the competitor who really is passionate about it will totally gobble you up for breakfast. We do not want that, all right? Passion begets persistence, and persistence begets success. I love business, and I love using business as a vehicle for teaching women how to redefine beauty and pour that beauty out into a world that is starving for it. Okay, if you have not launched your business yet, you need to start by stopping. All right, that is right. I know you do not hear that very often, but you need to start by stopping. This is deep and thought-provoking stuff, because you need to discover yourself before you can successfully launch a business. You need to understand and acknowledge your heart's desire, your mindset, your beliefs. You need to learn all about what you're all about and commit to a business without knowing yourself intimately. If you are doing that, it's just foolish, okay? So take the time now to do this, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make is trying to figure this stuff out through trial and error. There are many things that you can figure out through trial and error when it comes to a business, but this is not one of them. It is a huge mistake. It's starting a business with a battle, okay, with a fight. It doesn't need to be that way, okay? And if you're in business already and you're in that battle right now, if you're just feeling like what you're doing doesn't make you jump out of bed in excitement each morning, then stop and do this, okay? You need to find that. Life is too precious, all right? And it's never too late. And it will have such an impact on you and the way that you run your business and the people that you bless through it. Okay, so here are some little questions I like to ask just to get you started on this process. Okay, so number one, what would you volunteer to do simply because of your love for it? Number two, what activities bring you the most happiness, energy, and joy? Number three, what makes you lose track of time, complete tasks almost effortlessly, and come out even more energized after them? And then number four, when you are talking with friends, what is the one subject you can just go on and on about until they are literally rolling their eyes? Okay, answer these questions and you will find your heart's desire. And when you have found your thirst, your passion, your number one thing, you will have taken the most important step to launching a business that will flourish. Because owning a business is not about just working your ass off for the sake of trying to squeeze out a living, all right? It's not about making tons of money at the expense of losing tons of life. It is about maximizing life and about making it more beautiful and joy-filled and pouring it out onto others and just blessing their flipping socks off with it, okay? Which at the same time, not so ironically, creates profit, which is fun, okay? So if this is the type of success you want your business to have, you can have it. It all starts and ends with you. It doesn't start with where the market is headed. It doesn't start with the latest and greatest trends. It doesn't even start with what you believe your clients want, okay? Your business starts with you. When your business is birthed from your passion, your heart, when your business is all about you, it will become a formidable force. Hello, ladies. I'm so happy to have you here, okay? Now, if you have any more questions, please type them in the chat or just type the word help in the chat and I can circle back and I can answer some questions and get you on the right track. Alrighty. Now, the third question I was asked is, how do I take my idea and turn it into a profitable business? So for me, passion is the starting point. It's the first step. If you're not passionate about what you do, then someone who is passionate about it is going to kick your ass and that's going to hurt. Okay. But before you jump in wholeheartedly, you need to figure out how this one thing is going to bring home the bacon. All right. You need to bring your head into the mix at this point and make sure that you can say a resounding yes to every one of these questions. Hello, Nicole. Hello, my beautiful lady. We are just talking about the top 5 questions I got this week when it comes to creating a business, okay? Taking a seed of an idea and turning it into a beautiful, flourishing brand. So to figure out if your business idea is going to be profitable, here are your 5 questions. Can you make significant money doing this, or is it realistic that the business will bring in enough money for you to cover all your expenses, as well as popping lots away into savings? Can you make money consistently? Is it realistic that this idea will bring in a regular, predictable, and growing flow of cash? Can this business be started with a small amount of money or no money? Some of you are going to be freaking out over that. I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, that's my number 5 question. Number 4, do you want this idea to be one for an entrepreneur or a freelancer? If you want to be a freelancer, you're basically an employee without a boss, okay? Freelancers focus on mastering the craft, whereas entrepreneurs focus on building the systems that support the craft, okay? That's the difference. So which one do you want to be? And then you need to ask, do you want to desperately consume this product or service for yourself but can't find it, okay? Are you aware of any other people who aren't friends that have the same interest as you that are also desperate to consume this product or service but can't find it either? That is a huge plus for you, okay? Is this business consistent with your values? This is so important, okay? Are people polarizing your concept? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, now this means, are there some people who think your business idea is like totally fabulous and other people who think your idea totally sucks? Okay, so polarizing people is a major key to success because it brings recognition to both sides. So the side that hates you talks about it and the side that loves you defends it, okay? And basically they're both talking about your business, which is freaking awesome. All right. And then the last question you need to ask, is your business a one-shot, make it or break it deal, or can it be flexible? Can it move and can it pivot as you change and you grow? You may not get it perfectly right on the first go and you might discover new things about yourself. So just a little flexibility and flow in your business can go a really long way. Hello, Nicole Honey. Thank you. If you've got any questions, honey, pop them in. Or if you've got anything to add, I would love to hear from you because you're an amazing, amazing businesswoman. Now, if you can answer all these questions with a big, fat, fabulous yes, then yay you. Building your business on a foundation of passion is the most important part of sustained entrepreneurial success. But passion itself won't make you successful. Okay, we all know that. We've all seen passionate people, you know, not doing so well financially. It's not good, okay? But backing it up with lots of yeses to all these market demand questions will increase your chance of success tenfold. And now that you've done that, you need to start digging around in search of your dream client. So lots of online business gurus teach you that you should be doing this first, okay? That this is your starting point for launching an online business. I could not disagree more. Okay, and anybody that follows me probably knows why. Honestly, I always stand by that. Becoming an entrepreneur is always about fulfilling your passion, your need, your belief, your desire, your values first. That is the most important thing. Okay, once you've done that and passed the market demand questions, then you're ready to find your ideal audience. Okay, now your ideal audience should be filled with people who share the same values as you and kind of adore you and want to be like you. Again, it sounds very arrogant, but these are the people that you have most potential of creating genuine and lasting connections with. Okay, these are the people that you genuinely want to be in relationship with. And doesn't that make sense? Okay, to build a business on people that you genuinely adore. Now, the goal here is to start broad and then systematically just funnel down to the exact client that'll most appreciate, connect with, and benefit from whatever it is that you plan to offer. So these are the people you need to speak to so that you can learn, you know, all the stuff. Where do they live? What do they cherish? What's their favorite TV show? Do they watch TV? If they don't watch TV, why don't they watch TV? What is it they wouldn't be caught dead doing? What's the most important part of their daily routine? What pisses them off over and over again about your industry? You'll want to know that. That's like so juicy. Are they married or single or gay or straight? How old are they? How old do they look? How old do they act? Okay, all these things. If you know your dream client, your dream audience better than any of your competitors, then you'll have a much easier time finding them. And then when they become clients, you'll be able to connect with them on a much deeper level. You'll be able to magnetize them effortlessly, and then they'll happily stay with you too. All right. Now, the fourth question, we've got two more. How do I create a beautiful brand that represents me right from the start? This was probably my most popular question out of all of them. And I think there is such a need to reflect our deepest core when we are creating a business, okay? If you want to create a business that is beautiful and artisanal and that attracts high quality, high paying clients, that positions you as the expert from day one, then you need to invest into that one asset that elevates you and sets you apart from everyone else. Do you know what that is? Who knows what that is? It is you. Okay, you are that one asset that nobody else can touch. Okay, to be an entrepreneur, you have to know yourself intimately, which begins with knowing yourself internally. Now, we've already spoken about that, okay? And I think that knowing yourself internally and continuing to get to know yourself internally is an ongoing process. Of course it is. But I also think that most of us are pretty comfortable with that idea of knowing ourselves and investing into our own self-development. I think we're pretty good at that usually. But the part that entrepreneurs often mess up is that they don't know how to articulate who they are externally. Okay, they don't know how to communicate their message visually through their website and their photography and their style and their social media and their marketing material. And there is this really sad disconnect across all these different facets of their business. And it's a mess, okay, which is a problem, because that's the thing that holds clients back, because they're like, they see one thing, but then they see another thing and it's completely not resonating or making sense. And so that creates doubt in their minds. Okay, this is a problem. If you do not use the external to amplify your core message, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage before you've even begun. Okay, now there is a study by Dr. Albert McBride. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but he's at UCLA, and he says that 93% of communication is nonverbal. 93%. Okay. Now that means that what you are not saying to your audience is responsible for how you communicate to them and how they view you and your business. All right. The problem is that entrepreneurs are being incorrectly taught in our industry to spend all their time obsessing over that remaining 7%. Okay, it is madness. They're being taught to obsess over what to say, what not to say, how to say it, how not to say it. And their business is all about just crafting words, but they're failing to invest into the 97%, which is all the visual stuff. Okay, that powerfully represents their message and their brand and instantly connects them to the clients they dream of working with. Now, I am not saying that words aren't important, okay? But I think we all know that words are important. What we're missing is that 97%, and that is a huge opportunity that we are failing to make the most of, okay? There is that quote that says, don't judge a book by its cover. It is complete back crap. All right, it is rubbish. As entrepreneurs, we need to be making quick, swift, razor sharp choices, because the people that are decisive are the people who go on to become the most successful business owners. It is the truth. I've been in business since I was 21 years old. I have grown up with businesses all around me. Okay, I have lived and breathed this for a very long time, and I have seen the truth of this over and over and over again. And so if you can be crystal clear in your visual communication, if you can help your audience make the lightning fast decision that you are absolutely worthy of their time and their attention and their money, if you can make this process as easy as humanly possible for them, they will love you for it. They will come back to you over and over again, because you are using your external message to strengthen, not weaken, your internal message. Okay? You must take care to align every single facet of your business, your verbal, of course, okay, but also your non-verbal messages, so that you are communicating honestly, authentically, lovingly, and repetitively, because what you are saying is being strengthened by how you are saying it. And your clients are seeing the same thing said to them at every facet of your business, okay? They need to hear it. They need to see it. And people will naturally gravitate towards you because of it. Before you've even opened your mouth, they've made a decision about you, okay? It's a gift. Use it. Don't ignore it. One of the best ways that you can take advantage of nonverbal communication is through branded photography, which I've already touched on. But having professionally taken photos is such a powerful asset for your business. Beautiful photos will carry even the most basic website and make it look incredible. And regardless of how your business ebbs and flows, which it will, okay, as you grow and change and move, you will pivot, and things, you know, things might look a little bit different as your business flourishes. Your business is always going to be representative of you, and those photos are always going to be just this asset that is priceless for you, okay? Your beauty, your heart, your personality, your confidence, your professionalism, your mission, your why, okay? Those things don't change, and they're the things that you're bringing into your photography. You'll always be able to use photos as a way to communicate the message of your premium brand. They're such a worthwhile investment, ladies. I cannot stress this enough. And when you're starting out, and when you're wanting to start well, okay, this is a way for you to start well. And I'm such a believer of doing that, okay? You don't need to start perfect. You don't need to start with everything. But this is one thing that you can do to start well. Now, hello. Hi, Lynn. Lisa Marie, Jolene, Colleen, Helen. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. Now, your website is the next best way that you can take advantage of nonverbal communication. It's through your website that you can develop a loud, clear, beautifully styled and beautifully branded message that genuinely reflects who you are and what you're all about. If you create a website that looks high-end, then you will attract high-end clients and be able to charge high-end prices. It's the flow-on effect. Okay, does that not make sense? Your website doesn't have to cost $1 million, all right? It can actually cost very little, but it can look $1 million and it can function seamlessly. It can be a tool to help you grow your business with just a couple of weeks of work and a system to support you in the process. It is possible, okay? Your website doesn't need all the bells and whistles. It only needs to answer the questions. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? Why do you do it? How can people connect with you? Simplicity is key, okay? Remember, your photography and your website is an opportunity for you to rise above the noise of the competition and intentionally position yourself as the go-to leader in your field from day one. This is starting well, Okay, can you even imagine the difference that will make when it comes to building momentum in your business right from the start? Okay, honestly, it's priceless. It doesn't have to be this slow, hard slog that it is for so many starting entrepreneurs. Okay, now I know that we all want the fairy tale ending. Okay, but it's easy to forget that Cinderella didn't show up at the ball and sweep the prince off his feet wearing her daggy work clothes and hiding in the corner wishing she was somewhere else. Okay, the mean stepsisters had fabulous gowns too, but it was Cinderella the prince fell in love with, which just shows that none of us can rely on just looking great. We have to be great, all right? We need to communicate with the entire 100% of us so that we can influence lives, inspire hearts, and impact the world. We can't do that when all we're focusing on is a measly 7%. Okay? Focus on your 100%, ladies. All right? Now, there is one more question, which I got so much of, which I was actually surprised. And the question is, how much money do I need to start? How much money do I need to start a business? Now, if you don't have enough money to start a business, that's great. I'm actually glad. If you did have enough money to start a business, who knows what's going to happen? Okay, you might go broke. Who knows? Okay, and that would be terrible. I'm being very negative here. But the fact that you have no money or very little of it means that you'll always throw your heart and your head into the process completely. Now, don't get me wrong. I want you to make a damn good living as an entrepreneur. It is critical that your business makes cash, but it is not critical that your business starts with cash, all right? So many people get caught up in the money side of business, but they forget everything else that's important. Millions of people dream of becoming an entrepreneur, but it never happens because they're waiting until they have enough money. Waiting, and it's boring, okay? And the money never comes. And then their dreams just shrivel up and die, which is really depressing. So don't let that happen to you, all right? Learn how a lack of money can benefit your business starting today. Learn how to have nothing and generate it into something. You have to be active in the process of creating cash, not waiting and wondering if it's going to like magically fall into your lap, because it probably won't. And it probably shouldn't either. And you know what? Like, if you really do need money to like survive, we all need money to survive. Okay. So that's not what I was talking about before this point. But if that's the position that you're in, then do the part-time entrepreneur thing, okay? Work a job during the day and then build your business at night, or the other way around, okay? That's what I did with Clarissa Grace Couture. That's a bridal label that I had for 15 years. I started it in my parents' living room, all right? I started it when I was 21. I worked at a shoe shop at the same time until I got fired. I totally got fired. Then that just gave me the awesome opportunity of becoming a full-time entrepreneur. Okay, I threw myself in the deep end and, you know, I lived off 2-minute noodles, but I made it work. Okay, I made it work because I wanted it so, so badly. Now, with waking up in Paris, honestly, all I started with was a computer, a phone, a website, and that was it. Okay, it's all you need. Now, I could have invested tens of thousands of dollars if I wanted to, but I chose not to because I want to make this business work, you know, without the money. Like, it needs to work without the money. And I think that's a really good way of just validating your business idea. Okay, there's always a way to succeed and to do it with little or no money. You just need to believe you can. You need to focus on problem solving and then just do it. A lack of money forces you to focus in a way that you don't need to when you don't have it, all right? It forces you to navigate your way around all your existing problems and obstacles. It forces you to ask better questions. It forces you to exploit the resources you do have, okay? It forces you to optimize everywhere and grow the right way. You'll become more productive, more creative, more innovative, absolutely more innovative, and eventually you will thrive. Okay. And the thing is that money has this like weird ability of covering up a whole world of problems. All right. And without it, you've got no choice but to bring your damn best to the table every single freaking day. All right. So if you don't have any money, stop making excuses and find a way. If you really want to start your business with some money up your sleeve, the benefit to that is that if you use it wisely, it will let you begin faster and build momentum much quicker. Okay, that is the upside. But don't be unwise about it, please. Do it with a mentor or a business coach or a mastermind to support you in the process and help you make really wise and calculated decisions. And if you still really want to start with a buffer of cash, then there are creative places that you can look for it, okay? So you can do personal credit cards, a business credit card, an increase on your credit card, pulling some out of your 401k for my beautiful American ladies. You can sell stock your own. You can sell stuff on eBay. I've done that before. Sell services or products. Take out private loan or a business loan. Loan some cash from your family. Use your tax refund or part of an inheritance, okay? Collect money that people owe from you. Just be creative, okay? Working with a limited amount of cash means that you need to be far more disciplined and committed. And clearly it's the harder path that if you do have cash to spend, setting yourself up, but the outcome can still be phenomenal, all right? Either way, don't let money be the thing that stops you from starting and holds you back from your dream. Just go for it. Figure it out. All right. Hello, Charlie and Tiffany. Oh, ladies, I love having you here. I am wrapping it up now. This has been a long one today. So thank you. Thank you for helping me make my new one-on-one program flipping sensational. Now, I've been in business since I was 21 years old. That feels like a really long time, okay? Between my brother and my hubby and I, we've owned and sold loads of businesses. We've had electrical engineering, restaurants, property development, radiology, private practices, wedding stationery, custom wine racks, steel manufacturing, landscaping, adventure videography, medical, like specialist medical fit out. It's also random, isn't it? Like graphic design studio, baseball club, a bridal couture label, which you guys already know of. And then of course there is Waking Up in Paris, which is like my favorite of all. And you know what, like it feels like out of nowhere, women have started asking me to support them in birthing their business. I did not expect this, okay? I did not plan for this. But oh my freaking stars, I love it. I love it. How fun is it when life just throws like magical gold pixie dust at you like this? It is the best. So I have been putting together my new one-on-one program for some existing clients, but I'm also going to release it to 5 other women, only 5, that's all I can take. Now, it goes through the process of helping you transform your butt of a business idea into a flourishing and profitable brand. And it's going to be available very, very soon. It will take you through my step-by-step system for launching your dream business and your dream life, okay? So if you want to create a business with elegance and ease, wisdom and grace, strength and ambition, joy and laughter, then it might be the perfect fit for you, okay? I am only I'm only opening up 5 places, all right? And I will be doing that tomorrow. There will be an application process. But ladies, thank you so much again for all your amazing questions. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you have any questions or you have any concerns about any of this stuff, just pop the word help into the chat and I can circle back with you and we can talk through some stuff and I can help you with a couple of things just to get you unstuck and to keep you moving, okay, towards that beautiful, incredible dream that I know that you have inside of you. All right, so thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. This is Clarissa from Waking Up in Paris. See you in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye. Bye.